Heather Nauert has had an important position, and Greg Keeley wrote about this today in the Daily Caller, and it was terrific. She is the undersecretary for public diplomacy and public affairs. She has been responsible for the public presentation of 275 embassies and offices of the Department of State around the world, Heather. So, I mean, and Liz, so Heather Nauert really does understand. She's worked hand in glove, of course, with Secretary of State Tillerson and now with Secretary of State Pompeo. So I think she has a background that will serve her very well as our UN ambassador. And I think she is being disrespected by people like Brian Stelter, and she deserves to have a fair hearing. She definitely has valuable experience that she could bring to this role.
Right, and I find it particularly ironic that this argument about lacking qualifications is coming from the party that nominated and elected Barack Obama, a man with zero qualifications to be president, to the highest office in our land. That's some irony right there. It's also a bad argument from the left talking about, oh, she's just a journalist. She's just, a pretty face to be the PR side of the UN, an ambassador to the UN. Well, Obama hired 24, 25, or 26 throughout his 8 years in office. He hired 25 different journalists from different news networks to work for him, and the media at that point had no problem with it.
No, of course not. And it's another example of the double standard, Liz, especially in speaking as you and I are both conservative leaning women. I admire your voice very much. And I know what it's like to be derided by the media. The same treatment that they would give to a woman whom they perceive to be on the left of the issues is given enormous respect, whereas conservative women are disreputable in some way, unacceptable. And Heather Nauert is being disrespected that way. I think she has some superb qualifications. I think it's fairly clear that given what her role has been, and given the fact that we have a very strong national security advisor in the form of former ambassador to the UN, John Bolton, and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, and of course the president obviously weighs in very significantly on policy. I think it's clear that she will be expected to be working hand in glove with this team. So this is not only Heather Nauert who's going to represent us at the United Nations. It is an entire team of strong and resolute and smart people.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.